Christmas traditions. We've all got them. Some open one present on Christmas Eve, some put coins in cakes, and a wild roulette of who's going to accidentally swallow it and end up in the emergency room. For me, there's two Christmas traditions I remember well. Pantos and BBC Christmas Day listings. If you know me, you know my vibe is pantomime, like a little wink wink nudge nudge kind of humour with a winter aesthetic and the theme of old public domain stories. It's hard to describe pantos to anyone outside the UK apart from farcical comedy where it's interactive and you just gotta have fun. Will it be masterful art? No. Will the vibes be there and the only goal is to make you smile? Yes, that's pantomime. Then we have what the BBC has for Christmas. They became the reason why most people sat around TV on Christmas Day. BBC One always had these events on Christmas, like the Queen's speech when when she was various Christmas specials, like the debut of the new Wallace and Gromit film last year, and last year's Doctor Who special, which was the second year we get returned after so many years, and we're back at it again without a Christmas special. Yeah, I wrote this script last year, and this year's schedule isn't shaping up to be anything amazing. Maybe I should have ranked every Doctor Who Christmas special this year, as like someone that's got cyber in their name, and I haven't talked about my love of Doctor Who much. What am I on about? Well, we won't be talking about the differences between the US and the UK versions, as that would be an even longer video. If you aren't aware, Ghost is a show that ran from April of 2019 to December of 2023, where Alison, played by Charlotte Ritchie, inherits a mansion known as Button House. After an unfortunate accident, Alison is now able to interact with spirits, including the ones who live in Button House. Those include Fanny, a distant relative of Alison, Thomas, a poet with a strange one-sided love with Alison, Kitty, a kind-hearted noblewoman, Julian, an MP who died in a sex scandal, Pat, a Boy Scout who... Can you take a guess how he died? The Captain, an uptight but closeted World War II officer, and Robin, a caveman. There's someone I'm missing. It'll come to me. If some of these faces are familiar, of course, most of these casts are from them there, who are most famously known as that lot from Horrible Histories. As the kids say, I'm a Horrible Histories girly. I hold it to the belief that it was one of the best shows, not children's shows, best British shows of all time. They taught a whole generation about Henry VIII before 6 even had the chance to count. And we don't have time to gush about Horrible Histories because it's such a good show, but we have to talk about this Christmas special. Ghosts had a Christmas special every season since season 2. I could pick any of them to show how strong the heart of the show is each now treating like kind of a season finale. We are in fact going to be talking about the 2022 special. And there's no better way to explain why it's so incredible than talking about it. A group of Boy Scouts is ready to do archery with help from an actual professional, which delights Pat as he watches on with pride. The current Scout leader reveals to Alison that they have a few old VHS tapes of Pat's, and Alison offers to digitalise. Mike and Alison are heading away for Christmas Day to see Mike's family, so the ghosts have all their presents in the library and have been told not to enter until Christmas Day, much to the irking of Julian, who Pat is made to watch so he won't go in. The ghosts think about what they could give Alison as a gift, and death is a kind of problem when it comes to gift giving, but they do remember Alison said she loves going to see a pantomime. So they settle on it. They're going to perform a pantomime for Alison. All of them getting roles, apart from the Captain, who is going to be stage manager. That night, however, a shadow lurks in the halls that wakes Pat, who they follow down the hall to find. It's Julian, attempting to try and find out his present. Mired by Alison's work, Pat is shown that he has been given a projector and is tempted by Julian to watch it. Okay, I have to admit, some of these jokes I didn't get at first. When Julian is saying, "Be a bluey, be a bluey, be a bluey," he isn't referring to an Australian dog. Julian plays it, and we see Pat, alive and well, filming a family Christmas Day, unwrapping presents and having a jolly time. And he smiles, only for him to see it. His son laughing at his Christmas speech, his tradition, his pudding, and something within Pat is hit. A part of him can't accept this present This memory is false and his family didn't really like him. They openly mocked him. They find him a joke. In the most forceful we've ever seen Pat, he asked Julian to turn it off. As Alison and Mike drive off, Pat smiles and puts on a brave face as they continue on with rehearsals that don't go so well, with Fanny unable to play both the mean stepmother and the king godmother, one role being easier than the other, and Julian not remembering his lines. As Pat speaks, the ghosts repeat the phrase that he's been saying all day. It makes something inside him just snap. If they see him as joke, he isn't going to take part in this. So he walks off. While all this is happening, Alison and Mike are stuck in traffic and end up late to dinner. Thomas takes over the play, which starts to turn a light-hearted panto romp into a Shakespearean tragedy with only one person who could fix it. So it is up to Robin, who goes to find Pat, who admits to Robin that he feels like a joke, that Button House ghosts are just laughing at him. Even his living family did. But it is Robin who says something so profound.
Why you make me ugly sister?
Oh, well, you know, because...
Cause it's funny. I got a face like a horse's bum. Everybody laughs. Don't mean you don't like me.
As the ghosts buckle down to make whatever they can with the limited time they have left, Mike and Alison have Christmas dinner in the car, in traffic, while playing Heads Up. Time to light the lights, raise the curtain as it's showtime. Well, for the audience of Alison. For Mike, who doesn't like pantos or can't hear or see the ghosts, it's just given an iPad like a toddler who won't settle down in a public place. To make it even more special, the plague ghosts from the cellar, oh yeah, if this is your first time experiencing ghosts, there's plague victims living downstairs. Anyway, everybody is ready to go, apart from Kitty, who's experiencing stage fright and won't go on because she doesn't think she will be good enough for Alison. But it's the captain who encourages her with some beautiful words, which the others begin to agree. They have found their fairy godmother. The show is splendid, with the plague ghosts interacting with great panto yells, Julian bluffing through his lines like a true politician, the captain being an excellent fairy godmother, a ghost clothing rule shenanigans, and a happy ending with Cinderella getting a prince, and a happy sing-along. Even Mike enjoyed it. And now the ghosts can do what they forgot, see their presents. Some for a second time. With joy all around and vain reactions, Alison goes to play Pat's, and Pat openly admits that he's seen it. Although it was not how he had remembered. It was nice to see his last Christmas. Alison asks, what about the others? We see someone else picking up Pat's old camera. It's his son, filming just as his dad did, even doing the same traditions Pat did, getting everyone to wear their hats, taking the head of the table to light the Christmas pudding, and says,
"Sit back, everyone. This pudding is highly flammable, and we don't want to spend Boxing Day in accident emergency."
Pat, now realising what an impact he had on his family, on his memory, on his legacy. Sure, they laughed at him, but it was never out of malice. It was out of love. Love for a man they lost. And this tradition that will outlive him, will remain with them forever. I'm all for retellings of Christmas Carol and talks of Santa, but panto is always a tradition. Tradition and memory of a season is one thing that holds strong. And although it can be tough for some to be strong this time of year, it's nice to know that hopefully you've made a positive impact in the world, that you will be remembered. Merry Christmas.